Hello, my name is Shamaya Thomas, and today I'm going to be doing a close read of Are You a Cheeseburger? A close read is the careful, sustained interpretation of a brief passage of a text. And I'm going to do an interpretation of one of the pages here from this lovely book. So this is the page I will be interpreting. At this point, seed had been planted by a raccoon named Grub. And what Grub is expecting from this seed is that seed will grow cheeseburgers. You know, he wants to see and stick around, and fingers crossed, seed grows some cheeseburgers. So I'm going to go ahead and read this scene right here. What is happening down there? Grub asked. Seed looked around. It is dark. What is happening up there? It is dark too. Later, though, the sun will rise. What is that like? Seed asked. I am not sure, Grub confessed. I am always asleep then, but I have heard that it is like a cheeseburger. Very good and very special. And then on this page here, it says, but alone in the dark, Grub and Seed, or both alone in the dark, Grub and Seed tried to picture the sunrise. So here we have is their pictures of a sunrise. So for Grub, very good and very special is a cheeseburger. So he associates the sun, the cheeseburger. And then we have Seed, at the reflection of the water here, he sees a sunflower. So from this passage, Grub is a raccoon, and raccoons are nocturnal animals. We have seen raccoons out during the day, but for the most part, they do come out at night. And then, of course, Seed, he's been in a trash can, so it's safe to assume that, you know, Seed has probably never seen sunlight. And, you know, with raccoon nature, you know, Grub has never seen sunlight as well. For Grub, when he thinks about the sun, like, you know, he thinks like, okay, you know, it's probably something that's very good and very special. Like, this is what I heard. So those two things, what's very good and very special for Grub is a cheeseburger. But earlier in the story, on this page here, Seed had, I want to say, like some sort of like epiphany, where he kind of thinks to himself like, hey yo, like, what if I don't grow cheeseburgers? Like, what if I do just grow regular flowers? So I feel like for Seed, possibly being a flower is something that's very good and very special to him. Or it can also be like, you know, dang, like, this is very good and very special to Grub, but what if I am not that cheeseburger, you know? And this is what I'm getting from the text. So for the most part, the theme of this text, like as a story as a whole, is a lot about like uncertainty, and worrying about the future, you know, what's gonna happen, and then whatever does happen, like, what do you make of that? And as we saw at the end of the story, Seed turned into a flower, and for Grub that was probably, you know, a little bit disappointing, but he was like, you know, instead of just being really bummed out about it, he ended up picking up a new hobby, and he became a gardener, and he even made like a cute little bush. He just made this cute little bush of them, just, you know, sitting. Seed. Grub. But yeah, so that's what he ended up making out of that situation. But I like the story. The story was a good story. I actually had fun reading this 1,000 times to get like a proper close read, but that's just what I got from the story. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good day.